Hey there, it's me Red Knight and welcome back to Heyday, and today I'm heading on over into my town because it needs working on and I need to try and get 39,667 experience points before I can level up to level 30, so that's a long way to go. Now before I actually head on over to my town, I need to see what needs to be done. Now just by the side of my station here there's a little board. Now that board is really useful. It lets you know what you need to do, it tells you what's required within the actual game, and that's the one that you're actually going to be clicking on if you want to see what's actually needed. So let's do that. Let's click on the board at the moment and let's see what's actually required. Right, well you'll see here, now it says the grocery store, I've got one order can be done, two orders can be done, and there's one that requires jam. Now the jam, I could actually make it. That's going to take many hours, or what I could do as well is actually request it and maybe ask my hoodies to help me out. But my B&B, I'm going to need some more items. The spa's got some I can do, and so has the beach cafe. So there's a few orders there I can't do, a few orders that I can do. So basically I've got choices. I can ask my hoodies for help, I could buy them in the newspaper, or I could check out my friends' bars and see if they are selling anything. Now the ones I've got that I can do, I can basically go over to my actual town in a moment and then just start filling those orders. However, it's rather frustrating when you do need a load of items and it's going to take you ages to make them. Especially when it comes to the jam. I do wish that Heyday would reduce that time, by the way. Right, now I'm in my town. There's lots of visitors there on my actual station. Most of those are actually finished here and are on their way home. So remember, your visitors can visit two stations. They can visit your station and a friend's station. Now you'll see here that one says maybe your friends can pick me up. So if I actually tell my hoodies, hey guys, there's some visitors waiting in my town, they can come on over, maybe collect them and then service them as well. Because after the visitors have visited my town, they're going to all of my buildings, maybe 2 or 3 buildings, maybe 1 building. Visitors that can be picked up by your hoodies only require actually 1 building, so it's really beneficial. You can turn them around rather quickly, especially if you're using boosters. You can get rewards from them as well. Now if there is an event on, that means that sometimes those single visitors can't be used in an event even though they are completed. It's quite often 2 visitor buildings or 3 visitor buildings. So keeping a good balance of 1, 2 or 3 visitors within your town as you are playing the game, making sure you're aware of the events coming up is really important. Now within the town hall itself, that's where you've got your user interface. There's the all, the idle, the waiting, the serving, the ready and the leaving. Now I like this latest addition to it. Now I'm hoping that it's going to be modified and tweaked again very soon. Fingers crossed it's the next update as well. There's still a lot more that I would like to see within this. For example, I'd like to be able to reorganize some of these. Now at the moment it's very visitor order focused. I'd like to be able to shuffle them around and maybe go with time focus. Maybe also go back to like the old building order as well. So either time order, building order or visitor order could be really useful as a further tweak within the town itself. Now the all visitor one is at the moment not so useful for me, but if I could actually look at that all tab and think, okay, what have I got for planning, and then reorder that tab around, it could be very good. Now at the end of the day, I think the most important tab is definitely the idle. The idle is the one that tells you where the visitors need to go to, so you can send them on over to the buildings. And then once you do that, you can actually see what coinage, what experience and what reputation you need. Now depending on the building depends on the reputation. You'll see here that it's only 7 reputation. That's both for the visitor and the building. Now I need to get 39,667 and I've got about 6,400 at the moment, and it's going to take me a bit of time serving visitors in this building to actually get a lot of reputation points. Now the XP and the coinage is not so bad, but it's these reputation points that can be rather low. Now like I said, it does depend on the building. So if I find a building with more visitors, we have a look, you'll see here that the visitors are requesting some items. Okay, the coin and the XP again, not too bad, but the reputation point is much better. So different buildings, different reputation points, and at the end of the day you need to think about that if you want to upgrade your town. So for example, like the B&B here, 42 reputation points is very nice, but it takes hours and hours to turn around. So upgrading your buildings in line with your level ups is basically very important. For me, I've often gone with the visitor slots first, got up to 6. Heyday, please do change that to 9. That's one change I'd love to see within the town. Actually being able to serve 9 visitors in the production cycle or the visitor cycle would be really good. It would match the machines then, and I think that would be a great addition within the game. I also then go from the visitor slots to the time, so I can turn my visitors around faster. I think turning them around faster gives me more chances of gaining the reputation points. Then there's an umming and ahhing in relation to reputation points and XP or coinage. Now with the cinema, coinage is really good, but with some of the other buildings, the reputation and XP is more important. Now that was my third focus for my town, and I'm now starting to focus on the coins. Recently I upgraded one of my buildings, so I'm rather pleased on that one, but a lot of these buildings still need to be done. So it's working my town regularly, it's serving my visitors that have arrived on the main train, it's then heading on over to my hoodies and picking up my 10 passengers. That's right, I can actually collect up to 10, including 10 passengers. And with the latest change, we've now got the option of jumping between different hoodies, selecting those passengers that are more beneficial to me. So again, if you've got certain buildings that give you more reputation point or more coinage or more XP, you can focus on those buildings as well. Now do make sure you do check out your buildings first before you actually go and pick up. Now there is one change I'd really like to see in the future that relates to this passenger pickup. Now as an example, I know that I've got a specific building that has 6 slots, but when I go to pick up I've got to try to remember which buildings are empty, which buildings have passengers. So I would like to see when I go to another town as an example, when I look at the visitors there to be collected, it will tell me that I've got space for 3 more people in this building or 2 more in this building. That would make it so much easier for actually collecting my passengers, thus bringing them back to my town, filling up the building's spaces that I've got, gaining more coinage, more experience points, and that beautiful reputation point, which is what I do want. So Heyday, I'm not sure if you're actually thinking about that as an option as well, but that's another addition. So I think there's still quite a few changes that can be done within the town to make it even better. It's definitely developing along the lines that myself and many players like. I think the user interface changes with the town hall have been really good, and if anything I love the fact that I can actually collect gifts from my townies without actually having to collect all of them from the building. It's made doing derby tasks so much more simple than it used to be. Now there are some new features maybe coming within the town in the future. We know there's that section towards the ocean front that is currently empty. What it's going to be, I don't know. Will Heyday be expanding the sanctuary? Again, I'm not sure. But with that sanctuary and the new decoration, you've got some wonderful opportunities of decorating your towns as well. Now I strongly feel that the town is one area that is underused by many players. So if you're watching this video at the moment, with all due respect, get in that town, start upgrading it, start opening it up, start redecorating and working on your reputation points, because the reputation points allow you to upgrade those buildings. Now I'm only a level 29, it goes much higher, and I know a lot of players who are far higher than I am within the town itself, and we all think the town is a good resource. If you're using a booster, even better, because those boosters turn around the personal train or the building cycle much faster as well. So work the town, work that reputation points, work those coinage, work that XP, and do those orders. And if you do run out of items, make sure you go and ask your hoodies, or you check the roadside paper, you make the items, or even come into my live stream and say, Red, I need this item. Right, now one thing I do want to see more of though is my puzzle pieces. I need some more animals, but I'm gradually getting there, and to some extent I'm kind of glad I'm not rushing through. Right, well that's my town video over and done with. Now I've actually loaded up a lot of videos to my channel recently. There's the free Rose Booster video, there's the Mystery Town Package video where I upgraded one of my buildings, there's the Booster Boats, and thank you for helping me buy everybody, and then there is that Diamond Purchase Pack 1 as well that's currently within the game. You've also got the opportunity to send me some mail in the post. This is my address in Japan. If you would love to send me a postcard, maybe a photo or even a drawing, get it in the mail, send it to me. I'd love to reach them and open them up, show them off to the audience during my live streams. Now if you want to subscribe to me, again you've got that opportunity. You can hit that notification button as well. You can actually come back to me when I do my live streams or my videos. But either way, I'm back to my town. I've got some things to do there. See you next time, take care, have fun, and don't forget to like the video, everybody. Goodbye now.